Hello my bitty bees, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another get ready with me video, and this one's going to be another chatty update because it's been a while since I last filmed my get ready with me video. It was actually the one in Mexico that I last filmed, but that wasn't so much a chatty one as it was more like I'm in Mexico and this is what I'm doing to get ready and stay like safe in the sun and all that jazz. And then the last one before that was probably a month ago, so it's been a while and a lot has happened in the past month, so I figured the perfect opportunity is now to actually sit down and talk to you guys because life has been wild. Like, there's been a lot of change that's happened to me in the past month, and I figured it's time to sit down and chat and share it with you guys. And to be honest, my time has become really tight. Like, my schedule has become extremely tight, and I don't know when I get the time to not only film but also edit. So I've seriously been considering starting to stream on Twitch because I literally don't have the time to like sit down and edit videos anymore. It's so unfortunate. So that's what's brought me to this get ready video. So without further ado, let's just hop right into the getting ready portion. So if you hear a lot of noise in the background, it's because there's a ton of construction going on right now in my area. Yeah, but this is the first time, you guys, in a month, I feel like, in almost a month, that I've been able to be at my house, my apartment, and actually not have a crazy deadline or a ridiculous amount of stuff to do. Oh, I'm so excited for this product. Okay, so starting off this video, we're doing a little first impression that I'm really, really excited about. And this is the Neogen Vita Duo Cream Joan Day, Joan Night. I'm so excited. This is a Korean skincare product that I got from YesStyle in collaboration with them. And basically it's just a dual cream that provides a dual system containing natural ingredients like vitamin C and vitamin E, providing intensive soothing and hydrating benefits both night and morning. It can be used both as a hydrating gel during the day, and then if you want, you can use it, I'm assuming, as a topper at night to kind of seal everything in. I personally wouldn't recommend a product like this to be your night cream alone. I would use it as a sleeping mask. With that being said, I haven't used it before, so let's try it out. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Oh, no! Okay, I was wrong. Ignore me. They have 2 sections. What? My gosh. This product is giving me life right now. What am I looking at right now? It smells amazing. Okay, so the night cream is looking a lot like a sleeping mask to begin with, while the day cream is looking way heavier. Why is that? That's interesting. The hydrating night cream, yeah. So for me, like I said before, I would probably use the night cream as a sleeping mask because it's just a hydrating. It literally feels like a sleeping mask, which is amazing. I love sleeping masks. My skin is dehydrated and easily becomes congested with clogged pores, so products like sleeping masks are my saving grace, especially in the winter. Wow, that's really lightweight. And it smells amazing like lavender. And then the day cream is a soothing cream with green tea and vitamin C, which is what I'm going to use today. It comes with a little spatula. Let's just put it on the back of my hand. Okay. It looks really thick, but then it's not. But a little goes a long way. Like, I'm getting a full coverage on my hand. Wow, what is this brand? How come I've never heard of them before? So I'm just going to take the smallest, literally the smallest amount because I just did a face mask. I'm going to take the smallest amount and just with my fingers. Oh, it feels good. A little really goes a long way. Oh my gosh. This is like literally the perfect travel. The perfect travel thing. I wish I had this. I did have this during my Mexico trip. It's just I didn't bring it with me and I didn't open it yet, so I didn't know what it was. But this literally would have been perfect to bring with me. There's some crazy, like, people having a crazy people fight outside. Anyway, now that that's over and they're done yelling at each other. City life, you guys. Oh, my hand is super moisturized and hydrated right now. Anyway, like I was saying, things have gotten crazy. I'm just going to be using this old Bobbi Brown stick foundation as a concealer. Just a little bit. Things have been wild. Why I say that is because right before I went on vacation, I quit my job, which if you follow me on Twitter, you would already know because I did share it there. I didn't go into details though because I like to keep my professional life separate. But basically, I quit my job, and why would I do that? I quit a career level job, but there was a lot of things about it that I didn't like from the get-go, and I'm not going to say any names, I'm not going to give out where I was working, none of that, but I just want this to be kind of like a little bit of a, I guess more of like a lesson to anyone who might have been in a similar situation. So basically, I started at this job, and it was supposed to be a full-time hire originally, which is great. That's what I wanted. I wanted a full-time hire career level job. Perfect. I'm just going to be taking this MYX Laboratory custom blended foundation, which has been custom made for my skin when it's tan. Yeah, super cool product. And then just using it on a cushion puff, which I haven't cleaned yet. Don't be like me, guys. And just a little bit. It's more of like a tinted hydrating product. But yeah, anyway. So I started that in December, and you guys might remember that from my vlogs, because I started right during Vlogmas, which was the worst time to start any kind of full-time position. And I started it with the assumption, with the knowledge that I would have been a full-time employee there, but instead they put me on a contract to test and see if I was a fit or if I liked the job. And then, of course, later on down the road, I was a fit for them. And they were like, yeah, we'll hire you on as an employee, but we're going to try it out for a month because we're also hiring a new director of my department I was in. And she would have been my higher up. And they wanted to ensure that we worked well together, which is fair enough. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. So then that started on a every other day basis, like working every other day. So it wasn't full time, which was okay. It was fine because I still was in school and had a lot of things to do and get done. So I really didn't have the time to balance studies and professional career life. Long story short, they extended that contract. They kept extending it and extending it. And then I just got fed up. And then I guess April was coming around, and they're like, we're gonna extend the contract and see how it goes. And it's like, it's been 4 months. You should know me by now. You either know that you want me or you don't. And when that kind of situation happens in a workforce, in a job that's supposed to hire you full time, the reason why they do these extended contracts is because they don't want to hire you on as an employee, as a full-time employee, and have to start paying you benefits, like dental, like medical, and stuff like this. And you'll see this a lot in startup companies, smaller boutique companies, instead of large organizations, which is a horrible way of taking advantage of people who, who deserve the benefits, which was my situation. Like, I'm more than qualified. They knew they wanted me, but they were stringing me along because they didn't want to pay me benefits. They didn't want to pay me the proper rate I should be paid. Aside from the whole not being hired on correctly situation, I also didn't like working there from the get-go, which of course you don't say when you need a career, when you need money to pay rent. You're not going to tell the company you don't really like working there, but you're just going to tough through it, Reason being is because the person, like the VP or CEO, reason being was because the person in charge of the entire company, more or less, was not a very nice person. And I had to work with that person more than other people. Just a really, people who don't respect their employees, people who don't really care about their employees, the kind of person who likes to delegate and demand things of people without fully understanding what they're asking for, and then when you try to explain the situation to them or how things need to go another way, they get angry at you about it, when in fact they're the people in the wrong for not listening and, learning from you, trying to teach them why it's not going to work. I'm just going to be taking this Milk Makeup highlighter, liquid Strobe in the shade Beam. But yeah, basically that was the type of person I was working close to the entire time. And aside from like just being, you know, like I would get shit on essentially for other people's mistakes, because other people would give me direction to do something, like VPs, higher ups would give me direction and then approve the work that I did, saying, yep, that's perfect. And then the person in charge would look over it, like the person in charge of the entire organization would look over it and say it was completely wrong. But then instead of getting upset at the people who gave me the task and direction, I would get in trouble for something that I didn't know. Like, information was incorrect, but it's not my fault because I was using the information that was given to me by the people in charge of directing me. But then they wouldn't get in trouble. I would get yelled at. So if you ever find you're in a workplace scenario like that, and it's just causing you stress, you're miserable, there's no point staying there. Like, and if you just keep prolonging it, it's going to be years later, you're going to be miserable. And it's like, what was the point? Why would you, you know, put yourself through all that kind of stuff if you're not happy? Anyway, I could see that from the first, I would say, 4 days of working there. You can kind of see it in the atmosphere of a company as well, the general vibe and how other employees are feeling, as well as a company's turnover rate. If you notice a lot of employees are quitting, or a lot of employees are randomly getting let go without any clue to that happening, then you know something's wrong, something's up, which essentially was the place I was working at. And what really was the deal breaker for me, aside from, you know, being, you know, talked down to, used essentially and belittled, aside from those things, which are obvious outs, people started to get let go or quit. And with it being a small sort of company, that's a huge red flag. So employees were randomly becoming let go without any notice. I'm now going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand in the shade Medium to contour my face. But if there ever is a moment where your company starts randomly letting people go, there's something wrong. Especially when you know the employees that were let go were doing their job impeccably and everyone else knew that. That's kind of another huge red flag that something internal behind the scenes is wrong, which it was. You know, when you're in a career level job, you depend on that job. You're dedicating your everything to this job, and if the company will just let anyone go at any time without notice or warning, that's not something I can risk in my financial position. Like, I need a job that's stable no matter what it is. Because if that was me who was randomly let go, I wouldn't be paying my rent the next month, essentially. Like, I wouldn't. I live paycheck to paycheck, unfortunately. So that's another red flag. And what usually those things indicate when that happens, which someone educated me on, is that the company is sinking. If they're randomly starting to let go employees that have been there for a long time, employees that, you know, do their job impeccably without hiring new ones after, the company is sinking. That was something that was happening, which was scary for me as someone who cannot afford that kind of insecurity in life, especially when I was only on this never-ending cycle of contracts. So I not only was I not a technical employee there, I was a contractor, I also could be let go at any time like anyone else there, because that's what was happening. Another thing, not only did I not like working there from the second day, another thing someone, you know, gave me some insight on is they told me this. They said, look at your manager's job. Do you like your manager's job? would you want to be doing your manager's job? Because the end goal of your current position is that you would be promoted to your manager's job. And if the concept and idea of working your manager's position is absolutely horrendous to you and horrifying, then leave that job, because that is what staying there would equate to. You know, you climb the ladder, you go up. And I looked at my manager, well, not my manager, and my higher up, the director. I looked at the director, and the idea of me having to do her job at that company and work closely with the people that were already talking down to me for things that weren't even my concern or problem or mess up just was horrifying for me, because this individual got it probably 10 times worse than me. And that was an eye-opening lesson for me as well. So I hope my story in that situation can help some of you out who might be in the situation I previously was in a month ago. It has been about a month since I quit, because I did go on vacation right after, which was not intentional. I wasn't going to quit unless I found another position, which I did. Unfortunately for me, the position I currently am working, which is full-time, which is why I have had absolutely no opportunities to edit videos or even film any vlogs, is because I have been working a proper full-time job now where they actually hired me on instantly. The downside to that is the job I currently am working is not at all in my career growth. But I was at a point where my happiness and my stress levels were more important than, than having something of career level. So I downgraded technically out of a career situation, but I'm happier. I can pay my bills and not be afraid that I won't be able to pay my bills. Not fear I'll be let go at any moment, any day I walk into my workplace. And just be working somewhere where people don't talk down to you, people don't belittle you, and people take you seriously. So that's what happened all in the span of 1 month. A lot changed. I'm just going to be going in and taking this sleek makeup palette, and taking the shade Icing Sugar right here. I'm just going to apply that to my cheekbones with a small blush brush. So I went on vacation for 2 weeks to Mexico after quitting and getting a new job. And that was amazing. Most amazing trip of my life. A lot of you have noticed from my Instagram posts that yes, I did stay at a resort, which is amazing. Absolutely beautiful. It's the Vedanta chain, or I guess franchise. I have no idea. Really, really beautiful resort. So that's where I stayed. I saw Cirque du Soleil. I did snorkeling. I did a bunch of stuff which you guys will see in upcoming vlogs. I didn't film as much vlog footage as I thought I would, just because most of the day I would be lounging on the beach, and there's really or by the pool or wherever, and there's not really a lot to film in that instance. So I figured it was kind of pointless to just, So I didn't get as much footage as I intended, so it might be either a weekly vlog condensed into it or 2 weekly vlogs from that trip, so we'll see. I'm just taking the Charlotte Tilbury translucent setting powder and using that to set certain areas of my face. I'm going to set my eyes because I did a face mask, and I don't want the shadow to be sticking everywhere, so I'm just going to plop that on my eyelids, and it's just the areas I tend to get really oily. So yes, after I got back from vacation, it was the Easter long weekend, so I was at my family's the whole time. I didn't really get the opportunity to film anything there because I was just visiting with family. Next I'm going to be doing some smoked out eyeliner with the Clavu gel pencil, all day proof skinny pencil by oh my god. The thing with Korean cosmetics is they have such long, ridiculous names. Anyway, I haven't used it before. This is a product you can get on YesStyle, just like the first product I showed you guys. I'll have the links in the description box down below, as well as a coupon code so you guys can get a discount. These features in this video are in collaboration with YesStyle, just as a little disclaimer for you all, so you know but all my opinions are true and 100% my own with no scripting, so just so you know. But anyway, I'm going to use this today to create a smoked out liner. But yes, that essentially is what happened. So I visited the fam. I played a lot of Twilight Princess with my sister, Zelda Twilight Princess, just going back down, you know, memory lane, chilling and hanging out. And then right after that, I started full-time at my new job. So I really haven't had any opportunity to film or edit videos for you guys, which has been unfortunate because it's something I've been doing for so many years and I enjoy doing. But yes, that's what has happened recently. Just a whole load of me, you know, changing my life, changing jobs, going on vacation, traveling. A lot of stuff has changed. So with that being said, now that I'm working a full-time position, I don't know what I'm gonna do about my weekly vlogs, because like I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I might miss a few weeks just because it's gonna be so things are busy, and you know, with starting a new job, it's tiring. And when you get home from work, when you're like constantly on the run, you know, doing things and then learning new things and new ways of doing things, it can be exhausting. And that's where I've been at these past few weeks, or a couple weeks of starting the new job. Is it what I want to be doing for the rest of my life? Absolutely not. Like I said before, it's not a career level job, which in turn, you know, there's no growth in this job. The only purpose of it is so that I am not homeless, literally. That's where I'm at right now. Like, I literally just am working here so I can pay rent. But I've been doing a lot of research, you guys. I've been doing a lot of looking into things. And in my last Get Ready With Me video that I filmed here in my house, I asked you guys, like, what do you think about, like, things to do in my career? Should I, you know, start my own company? Should I start my own online fashion boutique? And a lot of you guys said yes to that. And that's been something I have been looking into since about, I'd say January. I've seriously started looking into it. It's always been something that's been in the back of my mind for a few years now, but it's something I have been actively looking into and researching and kind of like mentally getting a grasp on for the past month or so, or a few months actually. I think it's something I'm gonna do, you guys. This is something I've been, you know, people have asked me to do, people have suggested me to do for my career and so on, and I've come to the conclusion this is something I really want to do. This is something like I'm passionate about. This is something I've been interested in since I've lived in Korea. Like, I've just been really passionate about certain fashion, how it looks, like style, and like the whole online shopping realm. I've always been actively in, both career-wise and personally. Like, I've always had my own website since I was like 13. So on that note, I gave myself a deadline for the end of 2019. I want to aim to have my business up and running, like launched. So that's what I want to work towards now. And I think I have it all down and ready to go. Of course, like when you start a new company, it's hard. It's not easy, especially for the first bit. Like, you're more losing money than you are earning money. So it's gonna be a tough run, but I hope you guys will like it. Anyway, I'm going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills, what is a soft glam palette, and taking burnt orange, and I'm just gonna use this in my crease really lightly, just like dusting it on, because these shadows clump so much. Because this look is feeling boring AF, I'm going to take this VDL Expert color eyeshadow in Cancun, which is where I was just at, and I'm going to take this synthetic lip brush and use that to just put like a dot right on my inner corner as like a pop of color, which I never do, but I have to make this Get Ready With Me video a little bit different than the usual ones. I hate it, you guys, I hate it. Why did you let me do this? I'm just not like a pop of color person at all. Whatever, we'll move forward with it. I feel like dramatic eye looks just don't work on me because I have really shapely eyes. Like, I don't really have a flat eye. You know how some girls, like, they just have really flat like plump eye space. I've never had that. So whenever I do any kind of like bold look, it just looks too, like there's just too much going on, if you know what I mean. Like there's too many lines, there's too much everything. I'm just going to take my Garbo and Kelly brow powder because I still have this. It's been like 2 years and I still have so much of it left over. And I'm just going to do my eyebrows like I normally do, nothing different. But yeah, so that's my aim, you guys. I'm going to do a combination, like my goal for my store is to like mix what I wear. Like I'm going to do what I wear, like my top pick styles. So it's not really going to be like it's going to be versatile for sure, but like I want it to be unique to my image, right? And it's not all about me, but I know a lot of people love my style. So I want to share that style with everyone so everyone can, you know, enjoy it, experiment, learn what looks best on them at a reasonable, like at a fair cost. So I'm going to be mixing what I learned from my travels into what's evolved into my personal style, because like I did not have a style really at all. Like I was still experimenting so much before I moved to South Korea, and once I lived in South Korea and got to like experiment and see other cultural fashion trends, like that's where I learned what my personal style was. So yeah, anyway, that's gonna happen. Summer is just around the corner too in Canada. Things are going to start changing even more. Like I'm going to be hopefully going out more once I get like used to this new job and exploring more of the city, because the past few months here in Canada were frigid. Like you guys must have noticed a few times I said it was like -30 in the city, like -30 degrees Celsius, which is horrid. It's absolutely horrid. But yeah, it was pretty much -20s for like a couple months straight. And then since then, it's consistently been like a -10 till just recently. But now we're getting like extreme rain and flooding. So it's like, when do we get a break? And I was so excited to see it was sunny today because it meant I could take advantage of it and film. Because on days where it's super cloudy, like it's possible to film. But for me, I prefer a lighting that's more like bright and happy and cheery. Not like too bright, you know, but just like a natural, cheery, like sun-kissed. So if any of you guys are watching this and are actually excited about me potentially like opening my own online fashion boutique or international, like everywhere, ship everywhere, hold me to it. Like keep asking me about it and questioning me, because it's, when life gets busy, it's really hard to like remember these kind of things, and I don't want to like slack on this. Like this is literally like my dream. This is my future, and I don't want to slack whatsoever on it. So hold me to it, you guys. Hold me the fuck to it. Alright, so I'm thinking, because I haven't used this in a while, and there still is powder all over my makeup drawer. Something leaked. One of my finishing powders leaked. But anyway, I'm going to be taking my Jeffree Star Liquid Frost, and I actually ordered his new concealers and powders a few days ago, and they're waiting for me at the post office. I'm going to be taking this in Canary Bling, and just on a little highlighting brush, I'm just going to like kind of stipple it on, because this product really easily can like lift your foundation and move it around. So just lightly kind of tapping it on there. Like it moves everywhere really easily, which is not fun. No, like I love it, and I think it's the prettiest product ever, but I just have a really hard time maneuvering it. Push it around with my fingers now. I think I nailed everything I wanted to share with you guys. Did I say that I wanted to start doing the streaming? I think I did. So yeah, hold me to that as well. Oops, I almost forgot to put on a lip color. So to finish off this look, I'm really excited about this one. This is Agatha lipstick in the shade Mousse Coral. This is really quickly becoming a super summery look, but the packaging is so cute. Like, do you see this? And they even have a little Yorkie stamp. I don't know if you can see. I'm just gonna pop this color on real lightly because I feel like it's gonna be really bold, because all Korean lip colors are really like bam in your face, and I feel like they just don't suit me. And there we go. That is it for this quick get ready with me look. I hope you guys liked it. Thumbs up this video if you guys want to see more get ready with me chatty videos. I really enjoy chatting with you guys here. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more videos like these. And I will see you all next time. Bye.